Hey, this is Chavo Guerrero Jr. Listen to the Wrestling POV Podcast. You guys truly bring the Latino heat. Viva la raza.
Wrestling POV is preposterous, is obnoxious, is atrocious, is ridiculous, is churlish, is interesting, but stupid! Wrestling POV is your point of view, bring you 20 years of change in the wrestling business. From the spotlight to the polls, from birthdays to hot tech news. Wrestling news, rumors, and injury report. Covered by the greatest in the whole damn sport. This week in wrestling, who made the book? My second shuffle, pay-per-view, point game. Love, peace, and wrestling is what they're all about. So sit back, kick back, and hear them all out.
AEW pay-per-view tonight. No, tomorrow night. Sorry.
Yeah.
Fucked up already. Jesus Christ. What's that?
I'd say you're so excited, you just had to mess it up.
No, you know what it is? It's just I had Rick over here in New Mexico, and we're doing all these videos. He got me fucked up. He did.
Doesn't follow the house rules.
No, he does. No, he does not. As you can see in that video. No, we had fun making that video. We made some other videos. We had made some future videos for the holidays coming up, and it was pretty fun to do. His dad was acting producer, I guess, and it wasn't a hot mess, but it was quite the experience, so to speak. But yeah, I think he enjoyed himself here in New Mexico. But AEW, man, this is a stacked pay-per-view. Yes, this is a stacked card. Well, as far as I'm from what I see. But I don't know. I have some opinions on some stuff, but we'll talk about that later. You know what? Let's get straight on to the show. No spotlight this week, though. No spotlight. I didn't want to do a spotlight. But we do have Name This Stable, which is Pete Dunne, Ridge Holland. What was the other two?
Is it Birch and Lorcan?
Yeah, Birch and Lorcan. I can never pronounce their name right. But, lately they've been hanging around with each other. No name. Yep. They're not calling each they don't give each other a name. So I was like, you know what? This is a good opportunity. Name this stable. So let me read some here. Darren Metzler said Hair Club. Yeah, that's all I got out of that too. Was Maston Mullins. Oh, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. He said the Pillow Fighters.
What?
I don't know. Adam Monet said Lipless. Lipless. People be creative, man. Vernon Hampton said the Blue Oyster Bouncers. Okay, you know what? That one's not bad. No. That one's not bad. Kyle Hart said Guy Ritchie's crew. Jeez, again. That's ridiculous. People, be creative. Be creative. Speaking of creative, I got nothing for this group. Do you guys have anything?
I got nothing. Nothing. I kept thinking about it,
and I'm like, what would be a good name for them? I don't know.
It's kind of hard because most of these guys don't have much of like a personality. Like they have like the grit and all that and the wrestling type, but it's like there's no, I don't know, je ne sais quoi. As
Ridge Holland, I've been following him from when he debuted in NXT UK, and I never got understood his character.
Yeah.
So like there is nothing there. There's nothing there.
If I really want to be lame about this, I mean, the Bash Brothers, Mash Brothers.
I would have gone with the Hooligans.
The Hooligan. Okay, you know what? I like that one.
I do like that one.
Makes sense for them.
Yeah,
Hooligans. And
there you go, Elio.
Look at that fucking Elio just come right out the box of that shit. Show off.
Make Tony and I look bad.
Right? We're sitting here saying Bash Brothers, Smash Brothers, these are the hooligans. And then it fits them.
Yep.
Fits them. So, Elio, let me ask you a question, though. What if they become the hooligans? What are you going to do? Seriously.
Copyright.
I guess I'll be like, yes, I'm the one that gave him that name.
You need to get.
I named the team. I named the stable.
You need to get royalties. Is what you need.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Go get paid, Elio. Fuck
yes. Where's my money?
Where's your money? Be calling Vince on the line and say, "Yo, Vince, we got to talk." Right. Other Facebook post we have is thoughts on MSK. I mean, I wanted to put that post up because basically I don't know how I feel about these guys. I mean, they're I don't want to say that they're lame, but I'm not digging this title run. I'm just not. I'm a little bit bored, and I don't think it's their fault. No. The storylines that they've been involved in, to me, hasn't been all that great.
Is either of them injured, or are they just not being used?
I don't think they're just being used. I haven't heard anything about them being injured, so I don't know. I mean, before I read these comments, Elio, what are your thoughts on these guys so far?
So, MSK, they came in they debuted in the company. I like them, but I think they're like pushed too fast, just thrown into the title picture right away. Their in-ring performance, they've had great matches, but just like the title run itself, I'm just not feeling like who else with the way they're being used.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's weird.
Or not being used.
Yeah. Clay, what are your thoughts?
You know, as I look at this tag team, I feel like they are extremely talented, and they are extremely young to be holding the belts at this time. I think that's a main reason why there's a little bit of a problem, is because they are still young, but they put on great matches. I wish they would have more like matches for the title. I wish they would defend them more. I think that's the main problem with it, that they got the title belts too early.
Okay. You know what? Yeah. I think you're right there. I think they did give it to him a little bit too early. But on the defense of that comment, I will say, is it maybe because NXT is about to be like rebranded again as a developmental, and it's going to be its own brand? So Triple H kind of knew that? I don't know. And wanted to throw the tag straps on them, or you know what I'm saying? I don't know. This whole thing with NXT, man, is fucking me up.
Yeah, it's really
the new logo. The fact
I had a thought the other day, because I was thinking, like last night, I was thinking about this. I'm like, Vince is usually competing against other companies. This time, he's not even competing against a company; it's himself. NXT is part of WWE, so I don't know what his thought process is, because. What was wrong? What's wrong with the way it was right now? The way we have it. I don't understand.
Maybe afraid, because think about it though. On the show, our show, okay, NXT's won it 3 years. Okay, since we started doing the numbers thing, they won it 3 years. So is he afraid that maybe that brand is going to be better than SmackDown and Raw?
But it's all the same company, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I know. But in Vince's eyes,
that was what I was thinking. I'm like,
in Vince's eyes, Raw is his baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He can give two shits about SmackDown. Yep. He can give two shits about NXT. So, I mean, I don't know if that's the case. I don't know. It's just weird to me how all of a sudden he made the trip down there. It was reported here. He made the trip down there. And all of a sudden, all these changes are happening. It's like, damn, dude, why? Just leave it be. These guys are excelling in there. But also, you know what? And I'm just making excuses, but this might be true. Think about it this way. There has been talent, and I'm talking about talent from Raw and SmackDown, who at times they're not being used. And they're like, you know what? They need that exposure because they do. You want to make a name for you got to have that TV time.
Yep.
And if some of them ain't cutting it or making it on Raw or SmackDown, there's been a few times where they've been like, hey, I want to go to NXT.
I mean, look at Balor and look at Samoa Joe.
Exactly.
They revamped Mandy Rose, yeah.
You know, and that's not, and they're not the only ones. There's been a lot in the past that has come back to NXT,
right,
to do a storyline. So maybe Vince saw that too and was like, I can't have my guys going back, backwards. You know, they got to understand that's a developmental. That's, you know what I'm saying? So it could be that. I don't know. We went way off topic with the whole MSK, but that's all right. But it has to do with MSK because those guys are still learning too.
Yes.
They're still learning. What's MSK mean again? I know Rick told me.
That again, I don't really remember. I know something kids is
must see kids.
Must see kids. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. Yeah. We'll go with that one. Sure. Josh Anderson said ran its course. They don't get to do enough storytelling now since when they first started and were pushed too fast. Time to lose the tag belts. So yeah, I actually agree with that. Mm-hmm. Vernon Hampton says, what the hell does MSK stand for? We just said it. Vernon. Aren't you Jesus, we literally just said it. Must see kids. That's what we're going with. We might be wrong, but yeah. Paul White. Oh my God, the Big Show.
What? Whoa.
He said, we're the NXT Tag Team Champions. So you know what? Paul White said it. You know what? Fuck the rest of the comments. David Moran, he says, I love their tag team work. Okay. Noah Eldershaw said they are great together, and they are my favorite tag team in NXT. William Fuller said rookies of the year. Okay. I can see that. Angelo Transanzioni. Whoa. If he's not Italian. Terrified as to what happens to them on the main roster. I disagree with that. Yeah. Brandon Lee Tingen, he said, I think they are a great tag team. I just don't want them used the wrong way if they make it to the main roster. Jimmy Guiloni. Elio, is this all your family commenting? All these Italians on here. What the hell, man? Yeah, they're taking over. But he called them doofy. Okay. David Artmis, he said effing awesome. He even threw the effing out there. So, yeah, I don't know, man. To me, there's something afoot or a hand, maybe. I don't know what's going on with them. But I don't know. To me, it's just ever since they had the tag strap, I haven't been really impressed with. Haven't. So, all right. There is your Facebook posts for this week. If you have any questions, throw it on our Facebook page and we'll answer them on the next week's episode. Just hang in there, but make sure it's a good one too. Okay. With that being said, let's go straight into the wrestling news from around the world. Take it away, Clay.
All right. And before we do that, let's get into some birthdays.
Yeah.
All right. Ember Moon turns 33.
Wow. Ember. Wow. Way to go.
Yeah.
She's another one back at the NXT roster.
That's right. That's speaking
and now
that.
All alone because Shotzi went up to the main roster. So sad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy turns 44 years old.
God damn. His old
Jeff.
When's his contract expire?
I'm saying he has another 2 or 3 years with WWE, I thought.
Damn, serious?
Yeah.
And they're not going to get rid of him. I'm sorry. No. Even with all these cuts, they're not going to get rid of him. Shut up, Siri. I have the Apple Watch and she responds sometimes. I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, fucking bitch. Go ahead.
And Mickey James turns 42 years old.
Damn.
Yeah. Still looks good for 42.
That looks good, yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And now we're going into the wrestling news from around the world. All right. This week, Safa Fatu, who is brothers to Jimmy and Jay Uso, joins WWE.
Yeah, the younger brother. So are they going to escalate him? You know what I'm saying? For his training to get up to the main roster?
I mean, part of me sees it. Another part of me is like, I probably think they want to keep him away from this whole bloodline storyline and stuff like that. Maybe make him his own, but it's a family group type thing. So he could be. Yeah.
Naomi could be possibly join them too. Maybe she's married to one of the Usos.
Well, I was thinking that this whole storyline that she's got with Sonya Deville, like, you're not going to get my respect, then join the bloodline.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting there.
But. Hell yeah.
All right. Now it's time for the NXT UK report with our correspondent, Matt Novak. Matt, take it away.
Welcome back to the NXT UK report. The curtain raiser this week was supposed to be a women's match with Blair Davenport facing against Nia Samuels, but that wasn't to be, as Davenport attacked her opponent before the match had officially started, which led to the officials coming to the ring to break up the fight. Davenport didn't take too kindly to this and continued her attacks and laid out the assistant GM Sid Scala. I quite like this frantic start to the show, as they only have an hour each week, so it was refreshing to see them hit the ground running. We did see some actual wrestling next, in a tag match where Dan Maloney and Andy Wilde took on a team of Jack Stars and Dave Mastiff. Like I've said before, I'm a huge fan of Stars and Mastiff. There's such a good balance between speed and power, which paid dividends here, and the team picked up another win via a great tag team move sequence. A promo was shown next, advertising a recap with added insight and commentary of the huge NXT UK title match from TakeOver, which will be shown on next week's show. I honestly could watch this match over and over. It was that good. I can't wait for this next week. Hopefully we'll get some real in-depth from both of them. Really will hopefully delve into kind of the, I don't know, how do you explain? Kind of the in-ring work and from other, potentially even Triple H and stuff like that, to see what they actually thought of the match. Amel and Melanie McKenzie were next up, with McKenzie showing some real disciplined technical ring work. She's learnt from being under Satomura and Pete Dunne. It really shows her knowledge of the ring now. Although Amel put up a really solid offense, McKenzie picked up the win as most people expected. She's a very gifted wrestler, there's no doubt. I would like to see more of McKenzie on the mic, as I've not really seen much of her up till now. If she could nail that, she could be a huge future star. In the final match of the show, Tio Man took on Nathan Fraser in a Heritage Cup tournament match. Both men put on a great bout, but once again the cup format makes it so hard to create momentum and tell a story. But saying that, they definitely made the most of their time they had, and neither men skipped a beat, both hitting amazing moves to perfection. Tio Man eventually progressed to the next round of the tournament to close out the show. Overall, it's not the best show I've seen. It was largely saved by that main event, so unfortunately I would only give it a 2-star as a whole. I can't help but wonder where the brand will be in a few months though, with the creative changes happening on the main NXT brand, and Triple H seemingly not running things anymore, because the UK expansion was very much his project, so will it be next on the budget cut chopping board? Only time will tell, I guess. But either way, this is Matt Novak, and that is the NXT UK report.
Matt, that was some interesting parts for NXT UK.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. He loves NXT UK.
Of course he does.
That's why we brought him on.
You're awesome, Matt. All right, we're going into the rumors. Tony.
All right, Nick Khan, not Tony Khan, Nick Khan, who is the president of WWE, was asked if Raw should go to 2 hours. He said no, they make a lot of money doing 3 hours. And then on top of that, he goes, I wish they can do 4 hours.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that. No, no 4 hours.
No, we don't need 4 hours, bro.
No.
Oh my Lord.
They were going to have to do 4 hours. They're going to have to sign back all them cuts that they've been cutting people.
No, they need to start paying us.
Right?
Sons of bitches. CM Punk, you guys notice he's been having some writings on his sneakers? Have you guys seen that?
Yes, I saw it.
You saw that? One was AC, and a lot of people were speculating that was Adam Cole. The other one was CF, which is who was that for? I forgot who.
Wasn't it BW for Bray Wyatt?
Yeah, I saw that one. But this was
another one.
Yeah, it was CF on the other foot he had, and AC on the other one. So I don't know what CF means, but either way, but the BW, that one was after they asked him this comment, they asked him this question. What was the true meaning behind those initials? So he said, I stole it from LeBron James. A lot of basketball players will write messages on their shoes and stuff. I wrote AC on my shoes and CF on the other foot. AC is always Chicago and CF is Chicago forever. So do you believe it?
No.
Well, there's bikers associations out there that they do write stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You know, Chicago forever, always Chicago, or vice versa, always Chicago, Chicago forever. So, I mean, I don't know if he's taking those references for his own to try to throw people off or the other way. And, you know, because obviously AC means, you know, a lot of people was like, it's Adam Cole, Adam Cole. So, I mean, what do you guys take out of this?
I mean, a bunch of basketball players and football players do write, you know, things on their sneakers or cleats, you know, that sort of thing, which he is right on that. But yeah. I know I can see CM Punk kind of throwing away, you know, throwing it that something else is different, trying to not be like a rumor type thing going on or whatever. I could see CM Punk being like that.
Yeah.
So I know he's so into Chicago, which he rightfully should be. It's where his hometown, where he's from, you know, that sort of thing. And I could see where that would be, but I could also see throwing it off.
Yeah, just throw people off.
Yeah. But
it's funny because after this question was asked to him, it was like the following week or whatever, he had BW on there. Mm-hmm. Bray Wyatt. What's BW? What would BW mean? You know?
Yeah.
So interesting.
World.
Very interesting. What's that?
I said best in the world.
Best in the world. Yeah. Yeah.
Could be.
Got the eye though.
Yeah.
But I thought it was funny. Yeah, interesting. WWE recently filed a trademark for Queen's Crown Tournament. You know, are they fucking doing this shit on purpose to fuck me up on the show? I had to read that very, very slow.
They do listen to the show, though.
I know they do. And they'd be like, you know, how can we fuck Tony Diaz up so that way he can stop fucking with us?
Is that another way of saying Queen of the Ring?
Yeah, that one. They could have called it that. I would have been fine.
Yeah.
But nope. They said, nope, we're fucking with Tony Diaz. We're calling it I got to read it slow again. God damn it. Queen's Crown Tournament. Son of a bitch. Anyway, which is believed to be for the Queen of the Ring tournament, rumored to the finals at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia next month. You know, politics aside, with everything going on over there, is this really a good idea to be having this fucking show? I know they're separate. I know that. I'm not dumb, but it's still, you know, is it still a good idea to, you know, have this? Everybody's been. Is it a good idea?
I really don't think it is. Honestly, from the beginning, I wasn't, you know, too impressed with this.
Yeah.
I understand they got them. They're wanting to make money, and I understand those guys are giving them a lot of money to do these shows. Mm-hmm. But it's again, politics aside, I'm not saying we shouldn't blah, 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 but it's just with things going on, it's not a good idea.
And what happened last time with some of them having issues with getting back home?
Travel issues, yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Also, finally, Paige claims she is planning to come back to wrestling, but wants to keep it a surprise whenever it does happen. She also said her WWE deal comes up in June of 2022. So,
still got a long time on that contract, though.
Right? But she's still getting paid. That's what's sad.
Yeah.
Still getting paid. But I wanted to bring this up. before we go into the injury, Daphne, the Queen of Scream, passed away, I think Wednesday night. Yep. Mental health. It's no joke, people. It really isn't. Apparently, I got the video, unfortunately, from a close source. He sent me the video because I wanted to see what was going on. And in the video, I saw she did have the gun with her, screaming, crying, everything, trying to reach out. But there was several people that tried to reach out. Kenny Casanova was one of them. Mick Foley was another one. He tried reaching out. He tried saying, does anybody know how to get a hold of her? You know, please do, because she ended the live stream and this and that. Now, again, mental health is really no joke. If somebody's trying to reach out, you have to be available. I'm always available, you know, to talk with, you know. But what gets me, the reason why I brought this up was Carl Anderson. He's been the subject of a lot of hated tweets this week because when news broke out that she had passed, WWE did the right thing and offered counseling to its talent, to basically anybody. They sent out an email saying that if you need counseling or whatever, it's available. Here's the number, here's the person, this is where it's at, and blah, 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 blah. And Carl Anderson took offense to that for some reason. Yeah, it wasn't good. I'm not going to repeat what he said, but it was not good at all. A lot of people got on him saying that, Jesus Christ, are you still fucking, you know, sour because, you know, they released you? You know, this is a whole different subject we're talking about here. A lot of people were giving it back to him, and it was just not good at all. Jake Atlas, a released star, he took to Twitter in response to Carl Anderson saying that, listen, man, I'm not trying to make this about me, but I was going through mental health issues, and WWE sent me to counseling, paid for it, and all this other shit. I couldn't thank them enough for those 6 months when they sent me to so I can get the help that I need. So he goes, with that being said, there's no place for those types of comments. And Carl Anderson, you know, seriously, bro, seriously, you know,
there's a time and a place for that, and this was not the time.
This was definitely not the time
at all.
This was not the time at all, man.
No.
So, yeah, mental health is no joke, man. Just reach out to somebody. Reach out to us, shit. You know?
Yeah.
We'll talk to you. We'll talk wrestling all fucking day. Well, I don't know about all day, but we'll talk. We'll 99%
talk. 99% of the day.
What's that?
I said 99% of the day.
Yeah, of course. All right. With that being said, it's time for the injury, Clay.
I have no injuries this week.
Awesome sauce. All right, let's go into the hot tag news. We kind of talked about this last week. Who would win in an MMA fight? Bobby Lashley or Brock Lesnar? Before I read these comments, Clay, who do you think is going to fight? Who do you think is going to win in this fight?
You know, I was listening to the show last week, of course, and hearing what you guys said. I do agree 100% that this, if it were to go down, it would be a bloodbath. Mm-hmm. These guys would beat the shit out of each other.
Oh, hell yeah.
And, you know, thinking back, when I did watch Brock in UFC, yes, he was dominant, but I know nobody likes getting hit in the face or whatever, but it seemed like when Brock was in UFC that whenever he took a punch to the face or whatever, he would back up or back off of a tear type deal. And I'm not an expert on mixed martial arts or anything like that, but I feel like if you're like that big and can't really take that much of a punch, it's kind of that, kind of bad in that way, in my opinion. So if I were to see this fight happen, I would think Bobby Lashley would end up winning this fight. I feel like he's got more of a grit. He's got more. I think Bobby's bigger than Brock, maybe muscle wise. I think he's younger, also in that sort of case. So I would have to say Bobby Lashley would end up being Brock.
Wow. Elio.
And I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley as well, because also we were talking last week, he's undefeated.
Yeah.
So I'd have to go with Bobby Lashley this one.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Bobby Lashley. But now the one thing that we didn't talk about either is, are we talking about Brock in his prime?
Yeah.
Or Brock now?
And that's the thing I'm going at. If you go like now, I feel like Brock is out of the game of UFC.
A little bit, yeah.
You know, and Bobby's still in WWE and doing his thing, but he's younger.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah.
Gotta go with that.
I don't know, man. I think as far as both of them goes, in their prime, I still have to pick Lashley. This would be a nasty ass fight.
Yeah.
You know that.
I wouldn't want to be the referee in the middle of it.
No. Hell no. Aaron Metzler said Brock, high-skilled athlete. Josh Anderson said Brock will die fighting before he loses a real fight to Bobby Lashley. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me tell you something, man. When I saw Lashley squeeze that damn watermelon and crushed it.
Jeez.
Lashley's a bad dude.
First of all, I was like, you know what? That's a waste of food. Don't be doing that. I would be mad as hell if he did that shit in my house. I'd be like, Bobby, get the fuck out. He'd throw me out. Like I threw Rick out with the Wayne Haston said Bobby Lashley, Lesnar's stand-up sucks. So obviously he must be a man of UFC. Vernon Hampton, he says, I think it should be Lashley constantly defending takedowns while throwing more punches and bunches at Lesnar with low accuracy. It wouldn't be a good MMA fight. However, a pro wrestling match, complete 180. We didn't ask that, bro. We didn't say that. We know that. And the thing of it is, that's what people want. People want that match. People want Lashley versus Brock in a wrestling match. That's what we're all waiting for.
Yep.
I haven't seen or heard any kind of rumor about them two getting together at all. Obviously, as we saw in SummerSlam, these mofos, went the opposite direction and having Brock go after freaking Roman. I don't like that.
I don't either. We've already seen, like I've said before, we've already seen Brock and Roman.
Yeah.
Probably good 5-6 times.
Yeah.
I want to see Bobby and Brock.
Everybody wants to see Bobby and Brock. But, and I'm not defending this decision that WWE made, but I think they're looking at it as, well, we didn't get a babyface Brock versus a heel Roman. I can guarantee you that's what their thought process was.
It's probably right. And the mixture with Heyman, I mean, that's smart on their end, because who is Paul going to go with? That's that thing. But
even last week, too, on last week's episode, when Rick was talking about, the genius part and with the whole Paul Heyman on which side he's going to be on. And then Roman was like, you are family. And that line in itself, I was like, God damn, these guys are good, So, I mean, like I said, we'll see where it goes. We'll see how it goes. We see where it leads to. With that being said, that is the hot tag news this week. Again, if you guys have any comments or questions, throw it on our Facebook page. We have TikTok now.
Yeah.
We got TikTok. So you want to check out some pretty funny videos. And, pretty soon Rick will start taking the questions we have on Facebook and re-asking them on TikTok in his own special way.
No one answered the questions when I posted them on mine.
What's that?
No one answered the questions when I posted them on my TikTok page.
People, go follow Elio.
I'm like, hey,
what's going on here?
Yeah. They I guess hundreds of views on my other videos. So I don't know.
You got to use the hashtags, Elio.
Hey, that's what I do. That's what gets me all the views.
Oh shit. Well, there you go. Just follow us, all right, people. Just get it done. And with that being said, we're going to take a quick pause with the cause. When we come back, we got This Week in Wrestling and the first ever AEW pay-per-view points game.
Hey everybody, Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. Make sure to listen to the Wrestling POV Podcast.
Yo, it's your boy JTG, former WWE superstar, one half of the illest tag team ever, Crime Time. Man, keep doing your thing and make sure everyone else, I want you guys to listen to the Wrestling POV Podcast. Cheer.
All right, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We have t-shirts available. We have 6 t-shirts. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Wrestling POV. We have 3 for WPOV, 2 for Global, and 1 WPOV Quarantine. They're $19.99 each at ProWrestlingTees.com/Wrestling POV.
Damn, t-shirts. Yeah, buy them now. Be all intimidating and shit. That shit didn't work.
No, not at all. But yes, buy some shirts.
Thanks, Clay. Jesus Christ. Especially with my little doggy here. I didn't look intimidating at all. It's still like if I'm talking to my dog, poochie. That doesn't quite work when you're trying to sell t-shirts and shit. All right, let's get into Raw notes. Low points for me, that Goldberg promo. Obviously,
that was bad.
Obviously, they're setting it up for the Crown Jewel pay-per-view, but the one plus that I will take out of this is that he made the comment of, I'm not going after the belt. I don't want the belt. This is personal now. I was like, thank God. So obviously we know that Goldberg is going to win that Crown Jewel. But that was my low point. I gave it a 0.5. Elio, what was your low point of Raw?
That was my low point as well. The Goldberg promo, I gave that one a 0.5.
Terrible.
It was terrible.
Yeah. Clay.
Also that 24/7 championship. Like, why do they keep on with it?
I don't know.
They liked Reginald's flips.
Keep doing it. Oh my God. We're supposed to constantly say, ooh. It's like, all right, it now, like, honestly, I like the 24/7 championship better when it was just R-Truth.
Yes.
Those kids. They added Reggie for what? Because he can do flips.
Exactly. That's the only reason. What else is it for?
Parkour. Get the fuck out of that shit. Ridiculous. Terrible. But no, I don't blame you. Clay, what are your low points?
Low points for me had to be that Goldberg promo. I gave it a 0.5. Agree with you guys. I also gave a low point to Eva Marie versus Doudrop. I was actually somewhat looking forward to Doudrop beating the shit out of Eva Marie, but the match didn't even start. Like, yes, you did beat the shit out of her, but you didn't. There was no match, of course, with Marie. There never is a fucking.
No, God, no. That was all planned out.
Yeah, but I gave it a 1. I mean, I'm glad that Doudrop did get the, it's not a win, but did beat the crap out of her. Hopefully they're done with that. And I don't know where to even go from here with these two. So,
well, before we go into the high points, got to point out actually the shoot fight between Nia Jax and Charlotte.
Yeah,
what you guys thought about that?
I thought it was solid. Overall,
yeah, they were throwing some solids at each other.
Yeah.
Now, what I heard is that because everybody, of course, and I know Rick is one of them, jumped on it's Nia Jax's fault. She's careless in the ring and all this other shit. Stop. Because this time it wasn't even her fault. It was Charlotte's fault. And then something happened, and if you can read lips, I think Nia kept saying, stop it, or something like that. And then, but it also goes to show too how tough Charlotte is, man. She don't give a fuck. My daughter met Charlotte one time, and my daughter was just like, Dad, she's tall. She's like really tall. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, but just to see them two shoot at each other, man, I was like, what the fuck is going on? People in the crowd, you can tell they were even being silent about it. They were like, what the fuck is this? Is this really happening right now? So, I thought I liked it, to be honest. I dug more into this, and I found out that there was a little bit of tension, but that happens though. You know, I'm sorry to say, even when I was wrestling, if you give me a good shot, guess what? I'm going to get my shot too in that match. I will get it. And if you want to keep going back and forth, then we can shoot fight real quick and I'll end it real quick. But it does happen. But in this case, man, I was just like, good Lord. But the good thing came out of this is that it was, to me, that was a good storytelling. Because it's like going at each other, but they also squashed it when they went to the back. They both, they got their shots in and they said, all right, well, hey. And plus you can tell too, in that match, they kind of went back into wrestling and they finished what they need to finish. But I did hear that when they went to the back in the locker room that they just squashed it. It was like, all right, well, hey, it's done. Done is done. So that shit I appreciate, because it was like, somebody fucked up. To me, I'm gonna rewatch it to see who did actually fucked up. But a lot of my sources said that it was all Charlotte that fucked up, and Nia just like socked her one, like, bitch, fuck you doing?
Yeah, because I wasn't the biggest fan of that match. Like, for me, it was okay, but I was like, there's gonna be something there, because I'm not the biggest Nia Jax fan.
Yeah. But we'll actually, you know what? Now it makes me look forward to what's going to happen on Monday. So sure. I just wanted to throw that out. It's not a high point. I was just like, I had to throw that out there. I was like, good Lord, these women are beating the shit out of each other. But we'll go with a high point. For me, it was Damian Priest versus Sheamus versus Drew. I gave it a 4. Yes. Let me tell you something. They're really trying to push Damian Priest, which is fine by me.
Yeah.
And only because he's got the look, he's tall, he's got the voice, he's got a deep voice like this, and he's got the voice for radio. I don't know why I was trying to do that. That made no sense. That was good. That was churlish. It was it good? I'll keep going. Yeah. I'll keep going.
It was pretty good.
So but I'm glad though that they're putting him in with veterans like Drew and Sheamus. And altogether, this match it kept me on my goddamn toes. I was like, this fucking shit is good. And I liked it. Damian Priest did come out the winner, but I gave it a 4. Clay, what was your high point?
Same thing with you, man. It was the Damian Priest, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre match. I gave it a 3.5. I was into this match from start to finish, and I am glad that Priest did retain here. I really feel like he needed it and kept it going. Like you said, put him with Sheamus and Drew, who knows how to work a match. These three did excellent.
And sorry, not to cut you off, but just the simple fact that Sheamus works snug too. And when I say snug, he likes to hit you, but he likes to get hit back too. And you saw that in this match. You saw it. Sheamus is no joke to be wrestling with. I tell you that. If I was still wrestling and I saw my name next to Sheamus, I would say first I would do the match. But I'd be like, fuck. That's exactly what come out my damn mouth. Go ahead, Claire. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's all good. But I am glad Priest is getting a push. I feel like he's extremely talented and needs this. So I gave the whole match 3.5. And I was surprised in this that Drew got the pin and not Sheamus. I was very surprised about that.
Yeah. Yeah. But that made Damian look good, even better.
That did.
To be honest. So we'll see. I mean, maybe they did that to show that, look, he just pinned a former champion. So, maybe tried to make him look more credible if he would go after Bobby. I don't know. But it looks like they want to do the program again with Goldberg into Crown Jewel. But Extreme Rules, is it before or after Crown Jewel?
Extreme Rules September 26th. Crown Jewel, I want to say it's in after Extreme Rules. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Elio, your high points.
My high points was Damian Priest, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre. Gave that a 3.5.
Okay.
That was a great match.
It was, man. And just as a side note, too, Riddle and Norton versus Lashley MVP. I like that. I liked it. It was good. Sorry. And, that was a good match. It was a good way to close the show. Some side notes I have. the whole thing when it was the Viking Raiders versus Jinder and Veer, it made no sense for Jinder to be pinned.
Right.
It didn't. I mean, I know we literally just said about, Drew getting pinned, but that was actually pushing Damian. In this case, this is the Viking Raiders. We see him once in a while here and there, and that's it. And then you have him pin Jinder? Yeah. These guys, this new group that Jinder has, they didn't give themselves a name, right? So maybe that should be the next week's post. Name this fucking stable now. But my thing is that this is a good group. Jinder, Veer, and Shanky. Is it Shanky or Shaky?
Shanky.
Mm-hmm. Shanky? We'll go with that. But my thing is that that's a decent, better than him and the Bollywood Boys. I'm sorry. I mean, even though I did dig it, I didn't mind it. But this one is like an upgrade, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And these guys need wins. You want these guys to be dominant. You want these guys to be, credible. But you keep having them lose. Makes no sense. These guys need wins. You got to have them, you want to build these guys up, but you're not giving them wins. They need wins. Give them wins. Wins matter. And why are they protecting Eva Marie?
That's what I've asked this whole time.
Why?
I don't get it. Why did you even sign her back? What?
But they got rid of the Iconics. I'm going to keep throwing that out until the Iconics are back on TV, damn it.
Yup.
I'm
upset about that.
And Ruby Riott.
Yeah, that one
too. It's like, are you fucking kidding?
Yeah, makes no sense, man. None. I'm upset, pissed off. Anyway, all right. Overall, I gave Raw a 2.09 this week. Clay,
I was close. I gave it a 2.15.
Wow. Elio,
give it a 2.6.
Holy shit.
Wow.
God damn.
All right.
Let's go into AEW with Clay.
All right. AEW Dynamite. Boom.
Boom.
Low points for me of AEW Dynamite was Factory and the Paul White segment.
Oh.
Gave it a 0.5. I just was absolutely not into the storyline whatsoever. Paul White, again, dominated the Factory and all that. But what threw me off and what I don't understand this whole thing was the Gun Club coming out, being with Paul White, and then turning on him. What the fuck? What's the Gun Club got to do with this whole thing? And then you're telling me that are they going to do a thing now with Paul White and Billy Gunn and the Gun Club? Like, okay, it just threw me off. I didn't understand it. Elio, what was your low points of Dynamite?
That was my low point. The Paul White QT Marshall Gun Club segment. Another one was the Ty Conti penalty forward match.
Oh, that too. Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
Tony, your low points of Dynamite.
I say it seems like a pattern now that but I'm just going to be straight up. But lately I've been scoring AEW very, very low, but this has to be its lowest. But if I had to, I have to pick a low point. There was a couple. The MJF promo, didn't like it. Jericho promo, didn't like it. Match-wise, Penelope Ford versus Ty Conti. I gave it a 0.5. I hated everything about this. This was so sloppy. I was just like, are they really showing this right now? I was like, you got to be kidding me. You cannot be. No. What? Wait, what? Seriously? You really don't? No, 0.5. I get this. Not going to lie. This was a very bad AEW.
Yeah. Well, we're going right into high points. High points for me was FTR versus Santana and Ortiz. Yeah. I gave 3. I thought there was a good start to AEW. It got me excited for these two guys going at it, or teams going at it. And also, I appreciate the Eddie Guerrero references from Santana. Like he kept going with the Eddie thing. I was like, all right, this will work.
But he still needs to work on that frog splash because that was terrible.
Yeah,
that was pretty bad.
And and I have said this in the past, like again with like referencing to Eddie, that was great. Yeah. But in certain cases there was too much, and in this case it was the whole Amigos frog splash and then cut.
Yeah.
So that's where I was saying with that, where I appreciated that instead of the whole match.
Yeah.
Tony, your high points of AEW.
Even though I do agree with that, what you said, but the Santana and Ortiz versus FTR, but I'll go with the Lucha Brothers and Jurassic Express versus the Elite. But don't get me wrong, this wasn't like the greatest. I gave it a 2.5. Mm-hmm. That was my highest. But that's the only one that I have to say that I guess piqued my interest. So that's the only thing. I gave it a 2.5. Nothing
all
great.
Right. Elio?
Mine was the Lucha Brothers. I gave that one 2.5. The FTR and Santana Ortiz gave that one 3. So this is about it for me. The 5 for high points.
Damn, you gave it a 3?
Yeah.
Wow.
If that's saying something. Overall, I gave AEW Dynamite a 1.5 this week.
Damn.
Elio. 1.6.
Damn.
All right. Tony.
Seems like Elio's the nicest one this week. Me, I think I gave it a record low of a 1.38 this week.
Damn.
So before we go into NXT, I also wanted to bring out, what did you guys, I mean, I was pissed the fuck off when this happened, but the match with Jack Evans versus Orange, and they did the picture-in-picture, and they pinned, the match was over in picture-in-picture.
Right.
What did you guys think? Now, here's the thing, before you guys comment, though, but here's the thing. I've been hearing that they were saying that, no, that's great because then it keeps you invested in the match. It keeps you wanting to stay watching the match when they keep doing this picture-in-picture. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. All right, what'd you guys think of it, though?
No, even like that whole ordeal, like when it does picture-in-picture like that, I don't pay attention to any of it during picture-in-picture because all I can hear is the damn commercial.
It's the commercial, yeah.
That's all right. And it's like, okay, well, I'm trying to watch it, but at the same time, it's like right in your face, and it's a smaller picture and all that. Yep. But then Orange Cassidy gets the pin during that, and it's like, okay, then it made me go lower the match because now I'm not interested.
Yeah.
You know?
But but the thing of it is, I was pissed the fuck off when the match was over in picture-in-picture. And so then what they ended up doing was showing it's like,
so bad. See, this is why I've said it from the beginning. I hate picture-in-picture. I just don't like it at all.
I know you've expressed a lot that not a good show for AEW this week.
No.
So, all right, let's get into NXT POV with Elio.
All right, NXT POV. I have to do it.
Yes.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news. That wasn't good. Let me tell you something. I'm going to get into the news right now. Okay. Clay, low points.
Low points for me was the Mandy Rose versus Sarray match. For me, I gave this a 0.5. I was not really into it, and it wasn't really Sarray's fault. It was the whole ending of the match, what they did with Mandy Rose. Didn't even finish it, covering her face. Like, yes, Sarray's drop kicks are lethal. I will say that, but you got to end the match like that, and that's how Mandy is with this new comeback of NXT. Like, no, not cool. So I gave it a 0.5.
I'm with you right there, but for me, the lowest point for me was the Dragunov promo. I get what they were doing. I'm glad he won, but if he's going back to NXT UK, and there's nothing against NXT UK, then why did you bring him back for this promo? Just go back to NXT UK, cut the promo there, and then start a new storyline with somebody.
Well, even backstage, like because he's done backstage interviews in NXT UK, and they were awkward as well.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why when I saw this, and I just wasn't interested. I really wasn't. So yeah, a 0.5 I gave it. Terrible.
Right. So, and for me, I gave Mandy Rose Saray match a 1, and also that Kaylee Ray interview. I gave it a 0.5.
Yeah, you didn't like it.
I like Kaylee Ray. I didn't like the other guy.
Yeah.
That was asking the question. Yeah, that was asking the question.
Yeah. That's fucked up.
So it's like, what gives you the right to do that?
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, what are you talking about? She made her debut at debuted at the last pay-per-view at TakeOver.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, that's for me. That's no points. Okay, high points, Tony.
I actually have 3 of them, but if I really had to pick, I'll go with Ridge Holland versus Tommaso Ciampa, but I gave it a 2.5. That was the highest for this whole show for me. Nothing at a 3 or over, but there was 3 of them. There was 3 matches I had that was a 2.5, but I'll go with the Ridge versus Ciampa match. Not bad. It was okay. Average at best. Yeah.
For me, it was the same thing. I had Ridge Holland and Tommaso Ciampa. I gave it a 3. I thought it was hard hitting. I thought there was a good story, kind of in a way, because of the whole taking out Toothless Timmy, that kind of thing. So yeah. I enjoyed that. I also gave a 2.5 to Johnny Gargano versus LA Knight. I thought this was a great match going into it. The ending, though, is what killed it for me with the whole Dexter Lumis, Johnny, putting the hand thing, and then LA Knight getting the pin. It's like, are we still doing this? I mean, they are, obviously. So it's like, I'm not really into it. So that was my high points of NXT.
And my high points was Ridge Holland's last chump. I gave that one a 3.
Nice. All right. Yeah, it would go that way too for me, but I don't know. It was close, but that's why I just left it still at a 2.5. I just thought it was average.
So
overall, I gave NXT a 1.7.
Damn, we're all close on this one. I gave it a 1.68.
Wow.
I gave it 1.8.
Dang.
All right, so now we're going to move over to, I guess,
SmackDown.
Breakdown.
SmackDown
breakdown.
All right, so
remember when we had the fucking
the DX theme?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
All right, so SmackDown high points. Tony, what do you have for high points?
High points for me was Roman versus Finn, man. I gave that a 3.5. And I don't know if you guys caught, looks like they're going to tease the Demon Finn Balor. Looks like they're going to tease the Demon Finn Balor back now. So that'll be interesting to see and see where they go with it. So, but no, this match for me was the you did say high point, right?
High points.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I wasn't sure. I was hoping that you didn't say low point, but no, that this was the high point for me was Roman versus Finn. I do hope that they keep going with it though. So
yes,
my high point.
Hey, Clay.
Same thing with me. It was the Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns. I gave it a 3. I thought these two had a good match. The interference with Usos at the beginning made it, made Finn work more, I guess.
He froze. It's all right. What was he talking about?
Yes, he was talking about the Finn Balor and Roman Reigns match.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, and so for low points, what do you have, Tony?
Low points for me, it was there was a couple. The KO show with Corbin. I mean, but the thing of it is, I like the gimmick. They're just doing too much. They got to go somewhere with it. It looks like they're trying to do a program with Kevin Owens. But that for me, that was my low point. I gave it a 1.
Clay?
For me, it had to be KO show with Happy Corbin and Logan Paul. Anything for me with Logan Paul now, it will always be a 0.5. I don't know. I don't understand why they keep adding this guy and his brother into this mix. I mean, Jake hasn't been there.
Don't get it.
I don't either. I don't understand the whole thing. Of course, he gets booed out the building. And then this Happy Corbin, I am not for one bit. I gave it a 0.5. And if they are doing a story with Kevin and Corbin, okay, whatever. But don't add Logan Paul. Keep him away from this.
Yeah.
No.
No, I don't. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Because to me, that's
yeah,
stupid.
And I gave that segment a 0.5 too.
Wait, that? Yeah, never mind. I'm bugging.
Yeah. All right, so overall, what do we have?
I gave SmackDown a 1.6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you were rough this week, man.
Hey.
I gave it a 1.85 this week.
I went with 1.7.
Wow.
All
right, pretty close.
Right. And now we are going to AEW Rampage. Well, low points for me was the whole Miro and Kingston promo.
Yeah.
I gave it a 1. I just feel like this is just a throw-in storyline going into it. I feel like Kingston is too involved in something else. Miro is kind of, doing his thing and is there. I give the whole thing a 1. Not really looking forward to it, but it is what it is. Tony, low points of Rampage.
You know what? If I really want to be picky, I'll be or different. Sorry, I'm gonna go with the Danny Garcia versus Darby match. I gave it a 1. Not interested. Sorry. I think it was more because of the simple fact that I just don't like Darby. I don't like. But here's what pissed me off. And be honest, guys. If you agree with me, agree. That's fine. If you don't agree with me, tell me why. But for many years, okay, AEW fanboys included too, they were always saying that, oh, they're just shoving Roman down our throats. Aren't they doing that with Darby?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, it seems like he's in every segment.
Aren't they doing? And I'm sorry. No, you can't. Don't tell me that this dude is a straight up badass, man. Seriously. Like, I'm trying to find the right words to this, but I can't. For instance, and I know this is two separate things, people, but for instance, for me, in UFC, you got Conor McGregor, right? Is he a badass? Yes, he is. He's shown that he's a badass. He's fight, all this grit and everything that about Conor McGregor shows that he's a badass. But are you really going to expect me to believe that him versus who's the heavyweight champion now in UFC? I don't even know. You guys know? Well, whoever the UFC, let's just say the heavyweight, whoever's the heavyweight champion there, you really expect me to believe that Conor McGregor is really going to beat this dude up? No. Yeah. No, that's why they have weight classes. The AEW expects me to believe that Darby Allin is this badass, but then yet you have him going up against these dudes. And now I'm not saying that CM Punk is a big, massive guy, but he's a lot bigger than fucking Darby Allin.
Yeah.
And you want me to believe that, oh my God, I got to get excited for this match with Darby Allin and CM Punk. Oh my goodness. Who used to say that? Oh my goodness. Sounds familiar. Rings a bell. Anyway, irrelevant. The thing of it is that, I'm just tired of Darby Allin. I mean, like I said, everybody is always talking about how Roman was shoved down our throats. I'm sorry, but fucking Darby Allin's getting shoved down our throats, and I'm not liking it. And I got a sore throat. But that's it. That's my complaint. That's my low point.
Elio, what's your low points of Rampage?
My low point, the Chris Statlander and
you didn't like it?
Jimmy Hayter. I don't know. Jimmy Hayter. Not like Jimmy Hayter. Give that one a 1.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. High points for me was Malachi Black versus Lee Johnson. I gave it a 2.5. Yeah. I thought this was interesting. I felt like Malachi was like toying with Lee Johnson throughout the match, which
seemed like it, right?
Yeah, I mean, understandable with that whole ordeal, but glad Black got the win, and we'll just see what goes from here. Elio, high points.
High point was the Malachi Black, which I actually tuned in. It was like close to the end of the match, but so I saw the highlights. And so yeah, that one at 2.5.
All right. Tony?
Yeah, I agree with you. The Lee Johnson versus Malachi Black. I like it because also with this, they made Malachi look like a badass in this one. So yeah, there was nothing wrong with it. Honestly, I think this should end. But I get why they did what they did. But yeah, I like that Statlander match. I thought it was pretty decent too. I thought it wasn't that bad. But the Lee Johnson versus Malachi Black, I only gave it a 2, only because nothing really happened. Right. I guess if that makes any sense. That nothing really happened to where I was just like, oh wow, can't wait for next week. You know what I don't know. Yeah. And plus, they're still throwing Cody's name. It's like.
He's got to be mentioned.
Yeah,
they even showed the commercial for his new show.
Oh my god! Are you gonna watch it? Is anybody gonna watch that show?
No, I'm not.
we got too much damn wrestling as it is. Shit. Oh my lord! I'm
time for reality TV.
Yeah.
Overall, I gave AEW Rampage a 1.7 this week. Tony.
I gave it a 1.5 this week.
Dang. And Elio?
I gave it 1.7 as well.
All right. And now we are going into the
face-off.
Yes, the face-off. We're going into that. And as the rankings go, we got Raw at 5, Dynamite with 5, NXT with 5, and SmackDown with 5.
Oh, shit.
And Rampage 0. So,
guys, Rampage is the hardest to rate. I mean, because you can't. There's not much you can fit into like an hour.
Yeah. But at us as journalists, we have to. When it comes to Rampage, and I just want people to understand this, because it's only an hour show. We have to rate pretty much everything that they do on that show. So even if it's an interview, we have to rate it just so we can get an accurate number. So, just so people understand, even though there was 3 matches on that, something like that for the whole show, it wouldn't be fair, for the other shows that's doing a lot more. So, just so people understand, we have to, there's a lot of things that we take into consideration as far as our ratings go, as far as Rampage goes. So I don't want people thinking, oh, but Rampage was better than all of. No, it wasn't. Stop. Shut up. A smack of your face.
So, what is it this week? Who wins it? So, or Elio, who's your pick?
I got Raw.
Got Raw? Okay. How I got it as Raw's my number 1, and then followed by, let's see here, NXT, SmackDown, Dynamite, and Rampage. So, I would have to go with Raw this week. I also agree.
Wow.
Tony.
All right. Well, my vote doesn't matter, but how my rankings are is I have Raw first, SmackDown second, NXT third, Rampage I have fourth, and Dynamite I have dead last. 1.38 Rampage or Dynamite. Get it together. So, but even still, that just proves my point too. That's a 2-hour show. And I rated it like that little. So, yeah, that's not good.
And that was their 100th episode, I believe they said.
Yes, it was.
What?
That was their 100th episode.
That was Dynamite's 100th episode. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. So, all right, let's get into the pay-per-view points game, the AEW pay-per-view points game. This does count towards our POV point. You know what? This is fucking ridiculous. Why is so many? I'm angry. A lot of tongue twisters. I don't feel good. I don't feel like I don't. Anyways, but it does count towards the POV pay-per-view points game. People play right. That's all I got to say. Just play accurately, please. I'll explain it real quick. Each match has a certain amount of points, and just think of it as money. How much would you bet on this? Would you go for broke and bet it all, or be smart and bet a certain amount or all of it? If you're that confident, go ahead. I don't give a shit. So we're NASCAR-ing this shit because we're giving away a custom undisputed belt that we will send to the winner a year from now. So you want to keep playing so you can stay in the rankings. It's like I said. Oh shit, Spanish. Oh yeah, never mind. I'm trying to read ahead, and I saw something and I didn't see it, and I'm bugging out. But basically, like I said, it's just every match is worth a certain amount of points. You can wager those points, but just remember, if you do win, you get those points. If you don't win, you lose those points. And also, we added the outcome, which is just 5 points flat. You don't bet on them; it's just 5 points. And which means you got to pick if it's either a pin, submission, disqualification, count out, or a no contest. If you pick a no contest, you cannot pick a winner. Okay, just understand that. If you say no contest, you cannot pick a winner. But the only advantage to that is that while everybody's picked a winner, they lose all those points, but you at least still get 5 points out of the deal, which is 5 more than everybody that's there. Anyway, and then, of course, the announce table, if it does get destroyed, is only 5 points, no wagering. That all you do is a simple yes or no. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. So these are not in order, so don't shoot the messenger. The first matchup we have here is HFO versus the Best Friends and Jurassic Express. This one is 10 points with the 5-point outcome. I'll go in the order I have on my screen here, and I have Elio. You're up first. Who you got on this one?
Okay. We got the Best Friends and Jurassic Express, 9 points, pin.
No, wow, okay. Clay, who you got?
I'm gonna have to say for this one, I'm gonna say Best Friends and Jurassic Express. I will do 8 points pin.
Okay, and I'm gonna go Jurassic Express and Best Friends. I'll go the 10 points, and I'll go pin. Up next, we have the Casino Battle Royale for the women. This is for the women. This one is 20 points. So I think this one here is going to make or break it, to be honest, because it's just you're picking one person to win. And if they don't win, you're losing all these 20 points if you're the type that gambles or plays like that. Clay, this one's on you. Who do you think is going to win the Casino Battle Royale?
For me, I'm going to have to say Jade Cargill, but I'm only going to go 8 points.
Wow. You know what? I agree with you. For me, it was a toss-up between her, Thunder Rosa, and Nyla Rose. Mm-hmm. Jade, is it Jade or Jake? It's not Jake, right?
Jade, yeah.
That's what I thought. Her, I think she has to be the favorite to win this. But have they really been doing much with Thunder Rosa? I'm going to say no. They have. So this one, I'm going to play safe. I'm going to go Jade Cargill. I'll go 5 points with this one. I got to play it safe because if she doesn't win, it won't hurt me that much. So I'm going to go 5 points. Elio, who you got?
I'm actually going to go with the Thunder Rose. I'm going to go 5.
Nice. Not a bad pick either. Not a bad pick. You went 5 points?
Yep.
Okay. Up next, we have Paul White. I'm so used to calling him the Big Show. Versus QT Marshall. This one's 10 points with the 5-point outcome. It's on me. His first matchup. You really going to have him lose?
Right. Especially to QT Marshall.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. I'll go Paul White, 10 points, pin. Elio.
I'm going the same. Paul White, 10, pin.
Clay.
Paul White, 10, pin.
All right. Up next, we have John Moxley versus Satoshi Kojima. Did I pronounce that right, Elio?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
thanks. Satoshi Kojima.
Okay, all right. You had to correct me still. All right, but this one's on Elio. Who you got? 10 points with a 5-point outcome.
I got John Moxley, 9, pin.
Okay, Clay.
I gotta go Moxley, 10 points, pin.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going Moxley, 10 points, pin. Up next, we have Miro versus Eddie Kingston. This one is 15 points. This is for the TNT Championship. This one's 15 points with a 5-point outcome. Clay, this one's on you.
I got to go with my boy Miro on this one. 15 points pin. I just don't see them dropping the belt with Miro. I don't, especially to somebody as Eddie Kingston. So I'm going to have to say Miro, 15 pin.
Is Miro on a different level now, do you guys think, since he's became TNT champion?
Yes.
I think so. He's changed a lot. But the thing of it is, think of it this way, too. He got away from that bullshit best man thing.
Yeah.
When he got away from that, he was a different person. When he was with that, I was just like, you kidding me, right? Playing video games. Who's it on me?
Yes.
Yeah, I got to go with Miro. 15 points pin. No. Submission. Okay. 15-point submission. You said the same thing, Clay?
I said Miro 15 pin.
Oh, you went with pin. He does do a submission. Not trying to change your mind.
I just, for me, how I'm thinking of it too, are they going to make Eddie tap? So, like, he's got somewhat momentum with Moxley and all that, but
right.
I don't know. That's why I'm sticking with my guts.
All right. I was just throwing it out there. I'm not trying to convince you to change your mind or anything like that, but I'm sticking with my guns by saying 15-point submission. Elio.
I'm doing 15 submission. I was thinking that before while Clay was done making this pick.
Yeah. It threw me off a little bit. I was like, wait, he said pin, but he doesn't. Okay. Maybe he knows something we don't. It could be an advantage for Clay. Who knows? Up next, we have the MJF versus Jericho. This one's 15 points with a 5-point outcome. It's on me. Is it on me? Or is it?
Yes, it is. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, yep.
Of course, the stipulation on this one is that if Jericho loses, that he will not wrestle again. But at the same time, they did say that it's been rumored out there that JR is going to take a step back from commentary and that Jericho was going to take over. So I don't know if this plays a factor into this. This is fight number 3, right? Between Jericho and MJF?
4.
This is
4. Yeah, we're at 3. Because he even brought that up. He even brought it up in the interview. He mentioned the exact dates.
Oh my God! And Jericho hasn't won one, has he?
Nope.
He said he lost the one they had last year. He lost the one they had earlier this year, and then this last one they just had.
Wow! All right. Yep. Boy, there's a lot of factors into this too. I mean, that's a major one too that he hasn't even won. So are they going to keep with that and keep pushing MJF? But to me, they haven't really even pushed MJF because he's been involved in this fucking storyline.
But he doesn't even wrestle that much on Dynamite.
No, I don't get it.
Usually he's doing his like backstage promos or whatever.
Yeah. You know what? I'll go Jericho. I'll go 7-point pin. I'm only doing half of the point, even though it's 15, but it should be 7.5. Elio, who you got?
I'm going Jericho, 8 points pin.
All right. Clay, who you got?
I got Jericho. I'm going to go 12 points pin.
All right. Up next, it's the Young Bucks. It's for the AEW Tag Team Championships. The Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros in a steel cage match. This one is 20 points with a 5-point outcome. Elio, goes on you. Who you got?
I think it's time. I'm going to go with the Lucha Brothers, 15.
Nice. Wait, there's no outcome. Wait, is there an outcome on this one?
Yeah,
it's a steel cage match.
It's a steel cage. So are they doing it like what WWE does?
Oh, I'm not sure if they're doing that. So what they do, like with a pin or whatever. I'm not sure.
I just realized that. I don't know if they do that or not. But I remembered though. Wait a minute. I do remember when Cody was in that cage match. They did it like that.
They had a pin. Yeah.
Oh.
So, you know what? We'll keep it that way.
Okay.
I honestly don't think this match is gonna. Oh, it might. God damn it! I just convinced myself. I was gonna say that it'll end with somebody leaving the cage to protect the Young Bucks. They would do some dumb shit like that. Put us in a predicament right now. Elio, what did you go with again?
I went with Lucha Brothers, 15.
But what was the outcome?
I'm gonna go with pin.
All right. You know what? Well, I don't know how to word it though. If they leave the ring, crap. You know what? Here's the deal. We'll add in without adding in that somebody could have when our producer puts this on our Facebook page to put that if they leave the ring, through the cage or over the cage or whatever, that they can say that if they want to. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But we'll also add everything else in, the pin, submission. Well, it can't be a DQ. It can't be a count out.
Over the cage or through the door.
Over the cage and through the door. Thank you, Elliot. I'm like fucking flabbergasted. So we'll take out DQ and count out, and we'll add over the cage or through the door. To Grandmother's house we go. And could this end in a no contest? Could it?
I don't think so, since it's a steel cage.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But you know what? We'll add that too, just in case if somebody wants to feel lucky and pick that too. But so are you still going to pick that, Elio?
Yeah, I'm still going to pin. 15.
Still going to go with a pin?
Yep.
Who'd you pick again? I'm sorry.
Lucha Brothers.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I agree with you. I think Lucha Brothers is finally going to get this one. But see, the only thing that's troubling me is the outcome, because of the simple fact that these guys, to protect the Young Bucks, they can go through the gate and through the door or over the cage, and it still kind of protects the Young Bucks. So that's where I'm in the pickle. But I'm going to go Lucha Bros. I'm going to go 20 points. And the reason why I'm going 20 is because I'm not sure what the outcome is. I'm going to go pin. So that way, if I do lose, I'm only losing 5 points and I still get 15. It wasn't even my turn. It was Clay's turn, but I went anyway. Clay, go ahead. I was just thinking about it now. I'm like, fuck, Clay. I was like, fuck. All right, Clay, go ahead.
That's fine with me, man. I want to go. For me, and you know what? And I would love the Lucha Bros to win this. I love their tag team. I would love to see what they do with the straps, but I feel like the Young Bucks would still get the straps here. So I'm going to go Young Bucks, 20 points, pin.
Okay. And I already went, so I'm not going to go again. Up next, we have CM Punk versus Darby Allin. Is this really one that we have to pick? This one is 15 points with a 5-point outcome. Clay, goes to you.
CM Punk, 15 points, pin.
Same thing for
no
me.
Way that the Punk's going to lose this match.
Yeah, I'm going CM Punk, 15 points, pin. Elio.
Same thing, 15 points, pin CM Punk.
Okay, up next, we have Britt Baker versus Chris Statlander. This one's 25 points with a 5-point outcome. This one is a little bit difficult.
Yes.
Statlander's been on a whole different run. She's only lost once. This year. Mm-hmm. I think her record's like 25-1.
Wow.
But Britt Baker's also on a whole different level right now.
Yes, she is.
She's
the hero of the women's division.
Yes.
She is.
This one is difficult for me to decide. But I'm going to go Britt Baker. Oh, man. Here's the thing. The points and the outcome is where I'm having a hard time with. Mm-hmm. But I am going to go Britt Baker for sure. I'm going to go 20 points. Here's the thing. She does that submission move.
Yep.
Is she really going to do that to Chris Statlander? Or is she going to cheat, grab the tights or whatever for a pin? Oh, boy. Everybody wants to see her do that submission move. That's the other issue. They love it when she does that. I'm going to go submission. Fuck it. Damn. That's why I hate going first, because I like to hear everybody else's thing. All right. Elio, who you got?
I got Britt Baker, submission, 15.
Well, goddamn. I went on a 5-minute tangent about it. He's like, Britt Baker.
Did you say submission, Elio?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
15 points he went. Clay, who you got?
I'm going to go, and like you guys said, okay. So I'm just going to go Britt Baker. See, I'm the same thing you are, Tony. Because I thought I had it in my head, and then I'm like thinking about it more, and I'm like, uh-oh. Like,
it's hard to, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to go Britt Baker, 25 points with submission.
Damn.
I got to go with my girl.
Damn. You know what? I'll up my shit. Fuck it. I'll go 25.
Okay.
Fuck it. All right. Main event. Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage. This one is 25 points with the 5-point outcome. Elio goes to you. Who you got?
10 points, Omega 10.
I'm not so sure. Huh? Clay, who you got?
This is another tough one for me, I think. Because it could go either way. You just saw Christian beat Omega for the Impact title.
Impact, yeah. Yep.
You know, and how much is it?
25.
25?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna go Kenny Omega 20 points with a pin.
Okay. I'm gonna go Kenny Omega 25 points pin. I'm going all out this one. And it's the pay-per-view. Now I got a question for you guys. Is there there's not an announce table there?
No.
So should we, instead of doing an announce table, should we just do tables?
Sure.
Are they going to use it? If so, yes, just like a simple yes or no. But this is throughout the whole show, though.
Right. Not just.
So should we just say tables get used, I guess? You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
Everybody,
that. We'll go with that. Just tables being used, because the announce table is just like how they used to do with the Raw and SmackDown. It's up top.
Yeah.
Thing. So I don't think they would. I mean, but that would count too as a table if they did. So we'll do that. We'll just say tables in general. So those that are listening, it also means the announce table, or it means any table there gets used. So Clay, it goes on you then. Do you think there be a table being used and destroyed or whatever?
I'm going to say no.
I'll agree with you. I'm going to go no. Elio.
No.
All right. There you go. The AEW All Out pay-per-view points game. Good luck to all. Make sure you tell everybody, because you can get a chance to win the undisputed custom Wrestling POV championship. I have it right here on my mantle. And if you win it next year, I'll gladly send it to you if you can win it. With that being said, let's go straight into the book. Those that are new to your show, basically what we do is we put the most ridiculous things that happen in the week of wrestling, and we do it just to get a good laugh and to get a good ha-ha and all that other shit. And you guys read nothing in the book this week either, so I think that's first. We went on a run of like 5 weeks straight of putting something in the damn book. All right, we ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, The Way.
Stays. They're still doing it.
Yeah.
Too. Tony's hatred for Sasha because she sucks.
Stays.
Clay.
We can take it out, can't we? I mean, I am going for the record, as Elio said. So,
Elio?
If you want to take it out, whatever.
Okay, well, he said Stace. Heyman.
I tried, Clay.
Why?
Because
Heyman's googly eyes.
Stays. He did so bad with Roman.
But you know, I crack the fuck up every time.
Oh my god!
I laugh every time.
It's like, watch the TV, bro. Quit watching Roman.
It's getting to the point of creepiness. Yes. Cock-a-doo.
Stays.
Sasha's ghetto laugh.
Stays.
Drew's storytelling. I don't think. Wait, did he tell a story? I don't think
he did this week.
No.
Give it one more.
I didn't notice anything. I didn't see any story.
One more week.
One more week. Baldy Sam's, go fuck yourself.
Back him.
Aziz's jacket. I haven't seen him.
No.
We'll see what happens the next time we see him, if we see him. Omos's choppers.
Stays.
They're terrible. Kevin Dunn's camera shots.
Stays.
Fuck him. Reggie's, speaking of Kevin Dunn, this is the more reason why we keeping Kevin Dunn in this. You know who's responsible for that atrocious NXT logo? You know who's responsible for that?
Kevin Dunn.
Kevin fucking Dunn.
I'm done with Kevin Dunn and his whole bullshit. I'm done with that. It's the camera. He gives me a headache every single week with the camera shots, like left, right. It's like stop.
Right?
Yeah, Leo.
Right. But at the same time, he's responsible for that fucking atrocious NXT fucking new logo.
It's like Vince celebrated his birthday. He's like, here, Vince, here's a paint set. Have fun.
Right?
And Vince is like, I'll start with the NXT logo.
Well, take it, pal. Red's lost accent.
Stays.
Cody's damn ego.
Stays.
That new show.
Yep.
Britt Baker's badonka booty butt.
Stays.
Stays. New NXT logo.
Oh, stays.
Oh, stays.
Stays. Cross's BDSM. Fucking, you guys are perverts. Wait, didn't I come up with that?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. Son of a bitch. All right, take that back.
I wasn't on the show for you guys to say that, but that attire is atrocious.
It's
bad. My Lord.
It's bad.
Scarlett should have told him no.
Right? You should have told him that's for me.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for the show. Again, make sure you play the AEW All Out pay-per-view points game and tell your fans it's not late. It's not too late to play. Everybody can still play. We started it at the last pay-per-view. And then we'll be on Aftermath tomorrow night to discuss the AEW All Out pay-per-view. I've just been informed from the Wrestling POV president that he is stripping Rick Serrano III of the 5-Second Shuffle Championship, which will be, so we'll have a new champion tonight, just like the 24/7 title. So those that are new to that is that after the show, after we do this, we play a game of the 5-Second Shuffle. I just play a random song off my playlist, and the first 1 to 5 wins. That's it. But I only play 5 seconds of it. So with that being said, I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with the $50 man,
Clay Cummings,
and the gentleman,
Julio Canelo.
Love, peace, and wrestling. We'll see y'all next week. Oh, actually, see y'all tomorrow night.
Peace out.
All right. So we'll go with Elio. Elio, you have the option of going first, or you can pass it off to Clay.
I'll pass it off to Clay.
All righty, Clay, this one's for you. Here you go.
Is that Xia Li?
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Is that Four Horsemen?
No, it is not. It's Killian Dane. And we had it before, too. I thought that one part, you guys would get it. All right, goes to Elio. Here you go.
Is that Akira Tozawa?
No, it is not. Clay for steal.
Is that American Alpha?
No, it is not. It's Apollo Crews.
Darn it.
Apollo Crews. Goes to Clay, right?
Yep.
Okay, here you go.
Is that Billy Gunn?
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Square Sky?
No, it's the Ministry of Darkness. Ministry of Darkness. All right, goes to Elio. Here you go.
Go with a TJP.
No, it is not. Clay.
Is that Hideo Itami?
No, it is not. It's Dolph Ziggler.
Wow.
His old one.
Oh.
Goes to Clay, right?
Clay.
Yep.
Here you go.
Is that... It's not. Heavy Machinery.
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Sanity.
No, it is not. It's the Bunny.
Is it really?
Yes.
Wow.
Weird. Elio, goes to you.
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels, yes. That is the weirdest one I've ever heard. And this is from WWE. They did this too.
That was his first one. The first
was
one
it the first one?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that one is kind of weird.
Right?
Yeah, that was
like a remake or something.
Yeah, no, that was with Sherry
tried
on
to do
vocals. That was with Sherry on vocals. Then he redid his own version.
Yeah. All right. Elio's up 1-0. This one goes to you, Clay.
Is that Christian Cage?
No, it is not. Elio.
Is that Brian Cage?
No, it's Billy Kidman.
Ah.
All right. Elio goes to you.
I got nothing.
Clay, who you got?
Jimmy Wang Yang?
No, Drew McIntyre. It was one of his first ones.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
Yeah. All right, Clay goes to you.
Shayna Baszler?
No, it is not. Elio with the steal.
Night Jacked.
No, it is not. It's Lindsay Dorado. Lindsay Dorado. Elio's up 1-0.
Man.
All right, Clay, this one goes to you.
Oh, it goes to Elio.
The Britt Baker.
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Nia Jax.
No, Sanity.
Oh.
Sanity. Remember how they start off in the beginning like that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it goes to
Clay.
Now it goes to Clay. Okay, here you go.
Cesaro.
Cesaro. Yes.
Yep.
Hey, he called him that too.
He did.
Yes, he called him that. So, all right, that is tied up at 1. Elio, here you go.
Billy Gunn.
No, it is not. Clay.
Is that Ryback?
Yes, Ryback.
Yeah.
Ryback. Yes, you are up 2-1. You can be up 3-1 now with this one. Here you go.
Is that Mason T-Bar?
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Retribution.
No, it is not. It was Warhorse. Remember Warhorse? He made his one appearance at AEW, and they gave him his own song. Ain't that some shit? Oh. Wow. All right, Elio, this one's for you.
Edge.
Edge, yes. Edge. Up is tied, right? 2-2?
Yep.
2-2. Clay, this one for you.
Oh shoot. Is that Sin Cara?
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Oh. Is that Apollo Crews?
No, it is not. It's Neville.
I knew I was gonna hit myself in the face. I've heard that.
I've heard that too. I was thinking
Neville.
All
right, goes to Elio, right?
Yep.
Yep. All right, tied 2-2.
Triple H.
Yes, Triple H. 3-2. Clay goes to you.
The Brood.
No, it is not.
Gangrel.
Gangrel, yes, Elio. You gotta get it right.
Son of a butt.
He stole that one.
Wow.
From you. 4-2. I thought it was gonna be 3-3. Now it's 4-2.
Like kicking candy from a baby.
Oh, damn.
Oh, man.
All right, goes to Elio for the win. Here you go.
Is that Shelton Benjamin?
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Oh man, is that Chad Gable?
No, it's Scorpio Sky. Scorpio Sky. All right, goes to Clay. Can tie it up, right?
No, he's at 4-2.
Yeah, he's up 4-2. So this will give you 3. Here you go.
Is that Kevin Thorne?
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Psycho Sid.
Psycho Sid, yes.
No.
Psycho Sid. Wow, Elio, the new 5-second shuffle champion. That means you got to come on tomorrow night and defend it, because it will be defended tomorrow night after the AEW pay-per-view. We don't know the right.